Happy Friday and welcome to my kitchen. I'm Tony Zazza and welcome to the first episode of Foodie Fridays. Each week we're going to provide to you a brand new technique or an awesome recipe, or on bonus Fridays we'll provide both and you'll have a great recipe and technique to head into the weekend. Today we're doing a reverse sear on a steak. Now I've never done this. Most of the time you sear the outsides to keep the juices in and then finish it off however you want, in the broiler or on the grill. But today we're actually going to cook the inside first with indirect heat on the big green egg at a super low temp, and then once we get to a certain temperature we're going to pull it off, fire the egg up, open it up, get it to as hot as it'll go, and then we'll sear the outsides. And if it works out the way it's supposed to, and keep in mind this is my first time, so bear with me if I screw it up, but I'm feeling pretty confident about it, we should have a perfect medium rare from top to bottom on the inside of the T-bones, which I'm going to show you right now. These T-bones came to us from Wassie's Meat Market here in Melbourne. Awesome, unbelievable cuts, and hopefully I don't screw it up. So here's the big beautiful steak we're going to be reverse searing today on the big green egg. I love these to season the steak, and Jan Wassie actually taught me how to do this. It's Lane's Barbecue, Ancho Espresso, and Lane's Barbecue Brisket. So it's 2 parts Ancho Espresso to 1 part brisket. Just mix it up and season nicely. Let your steak sit out and come to room temp too before you put it on the egg so that it cooks more evenly. Just want to get enough on there like that. And then we're going to let it sit until we get the egg ready for the indirect heat. Next thing we're going to do is set the big green egg up for indirect heat with the place setter, and you want to get that to about 250 degrees. And once you're at 250 degrees, we're going to put the steak on and start the cooking process. So excited to try this out. Once you get the egg at right at 250 degrees, you want to go ahead and put that steak on and let it sit there. Don't touch it until it gets an internal temp of 110 to 115 degrees. So now let's check the internal temperature of the steak. Remember, we're shooting for a goal of 110 to 115 for a nice medium rare sear. And let's just stick this in. See what we've got. There we go. That is right where we want it to be. So now, carefully, safety is always first. I'm going to remove the grid. And then setter. Put that bad boy back on. And we're going to fire this up until it gets as hot as it can get. And then we're going to throw it back on and sear both sides, and we should be at steak perfection. So we've opened up both the top and the bottom vents on the green egg, gotten it to as hot as we can. You want it right around 700 degrees. And now we are going to throw this bad boy back on and sear it on both sides, and we should be right at a perfect medium rare when it's all said and done. Dinner time, I'm hungry. Let's pull this bad boy off. Look at that. That is gorgeous. Now let's get it inside and cut into it. So here comes the real test with my shoe knife from Wassie's. I'm going to cut into this, and again, never done this before, so hopefully this is a nice mid-rare all the way through. Fingers crossed. Here we go. It's a little more than mid-rare. It's a tad medium, but still, that's a beautiful finish on a beautiful steak. Big thanks to Wassie's, which, by the way, you can get the meat, the big green egg, these awesome personalized Yetis, and Shun cutlery. Until next week, enjoy.